The little girl was thirsty. She wanted something to drink. She opened the refrigerator. She looked inside. She saw milk. She saw soda. She saw orange juice. She saw beer. She wondered what beer tasted like. Her daddy drank beer every day. Beer must be good. If Daddy likes it, it must taste good. She grabbed a can of beer. She opened the beer. She smelled it. She couldn't smell anything. She swallowed some. Yuck, she said. The beer was horrible. How could Daddy drink that stuff? She put the can back into the refrigerator. Daddy could finish it when he got home. She grabbed the milk. She poured some into a glass. She added chocolate syrup to the milk. She stirred the milk. Now she had chocolate milk. She loved chocolate milk. Poor Daddy, she thought. He likes beer more than chocolate milk. The three bears left their cave. They lived in a beautiful cave. The cave was big. The cave was warm in winter. The cave was cool in summer. It was a quiet cave. It was a dark cave. They loved their cave. Today was Sunday. They liked to pick berries on Sunday. So they left their cave. They walked through the woods. They found a field of berries. Mama Bear had a basket. They filled the basket with blackberries and blueberries. Then they walked back to their cave. When they got inside the cave, they heard a noise. "Who is that?" Papa Bear asked. "It's only me," said a pig. "What are you doing here?" asked Papa Bear. "I'm hiding from the farmer," said the pig. "I think he wants to eat me." Papa Bear told the pig he could stay in the cave as long as he wanted. The bears shared their berries with the pig. Then the pig and Baby Bear took a nap together. The girl got up on the horse. It was a brown and white horse. It was a big horse. She sat on the horse's back. She was taller than her father. She looked down at her father. "Daddy, you are shorter than me," she said. Her daddy said, "Yes, you are taller than me. You are taller than your mother. You are taller than the horse." The horse started walking around in a circle. The girl held onto the reins. Her daddy held onto the horse. She was having fun. She liked to ride the horse in a circle. Someday, she would ride the horse fast. Someday, she would ride it straight and far and fast. Her daddy told her to be patient. "You must crawl before you walk. You must walk before you run. First, ride a slow horse. Then ride a fast horse." She agreed with her daddy. "You are right, Daddy," she said. "I will be patient. Today I am riding a slow horse, but someday I will ride a fast horse. I will ride my fast horse all day, every day." We are running out of money, Dad said. I must find another job. Mom was a teacher. Dad was a teacher. They had 4 children. The baby had a rare disease. She was always sick. They had to take her to the doctor often. The doctor was expensive, but he took good care of the baby. He said she would be healthy in a few years, but Dad owed the doctor a lot of money. He looked in the paper for another job. He asked his friends about another job. Finally, he found another job. He became a taxi driver. After he taught school, he ate dinner. Then he went to the taxi company. He drove the taxi to the airport. He picked up people at the airport. He dropped off people at the airport. Some people gave him big tips. Some people gave him small tips. Some people gave him no tips. He drove the taxi for 8 hours. Then he went home. He was tired. He went straight to sleep. Every night he had a dream. Every night it was the same dream. Every night he dreamed about money. Every night the money was on fire. The pilot and the passenger got into the plane. It was a small plane. It had 1 engine. It was an old plane. The pilot started the engine. "Are you okay?" he asked the passenger. She said she was okay. They were flying to an island. The island was only 30 minutes away. It would be a short flight. She was a nurse. Her husband was a doctor. The doctor was on the island. The doctor needed some medicine. She had the medicine in her bag. The medicine would save a young boy. The young boy was very sick. The plane took off. The engine sounded funny. The pilot frowned. "Is everything okay?" the passenger asked. "I'm afraid not," said the pilot. "There's something wrong with the engine. We have to land." He landed the plane. The nurse got out of the plane. She looked around the airport. She saw another plane. This plane had 2 engines. She walked over to the plane. "Is this a new plane or an old plane?" she asked the pilot. The pilot said it was a new plane. "Good," she said. "Please take me to the island." It's a windy day. The wind is blowing hard. Paper is blowing everywhere. The wind blew the man's hat off. It blew the woman's hat off. It blew a bird off the telephone wire. The other birds laughed. The wind keeps blowing. The trees are bending over. The people outside are bending over. The wind makes it hard to walk. The wind makes it hard to drive. The big trucks have to pull over. They have to stop on the side of the freeway. One driver did not stop. He was in a hurry. The wind blew his truck over. The big truck is on its side. The wheels are spinning in the wind. The driver was not hurt. He is waiting for a crane. The crane will pick up the truck. The crane will put the truck on its wheels again. The driver learned his lesson. He will never drive in the wind again. The wind makes it hard to fly, too. Pilots know the wind is dangerous. They do not fly their small planes in windy weather. They do not want to crash into the ground. A crash will kill them. They sit at the airport. They drink coffee. They wait for the wind to die down. More than 100 passengers got on the plane. It was a winter day. It was January. The weather was very cold. It was snowing. Ice was on the roads. But the airport was open. The big jets were flying. A little snow never stopped a big jet. Big jets fly all the time. They rarely crash in bad weather. They rarely crash in good weather. Big jets are very safe. The passengers got on the plane. It was 7 a.m. The plane was supposed to take off at 7:30 a.m. It did not take off at 7:30 a.m. It did not take off all morning. It did not take off all afternoon. The plane sat on the runway until 6:30 p.m. The passengers sat in the plane all day. The plane could not take off. The pilot could not see the runway. He could not see anything. The only thing he could see was his two hands. A little snow was okay, but this was a lot of snow. This was too much snow. But maybe the snow would stop. Then they could take off. So the pilot waited. The passengers waited. At 6:30 p.m., the pilot told the passengers to get off the plane. Everyone was happy to leave the plane. They went back into the airport. They waited for the snow to stop. But it didn't stop. It snowed for 2 more days. Your grandma told you not to lie. Your grandpa told you not to lie. Your mother said to tell the truth. Your father said to tell the truth. You try to tell the truth. You try to tell the truth all the time, but you cannot tell the truth all the time. No one can tell the truth all the time. Everyone lies sometimes. Your mother lies sometimes. Your father lies sometimes. Your teacher lies sometimes. You lie sometimes. You lie to be polite. You lie to protect someone you love. You lie to protect yourself. You lie when you get caught. You lie to get something you want. You lie to be popular. You lie to avoid work. You lie to your family. You lie to your friends. You lie to strangers. It's normal to lie. Some people say that lying is bad. They say that lying is evil. They say that they never lie. That is a big lie. Of course they lie sometimes. Everyone lies sometimes. Lying is like laughing. It is part of life. The economy is bad. People are out of work. People are losing their jobs. People are getting laid off. People are getting fired. People want to work, but nobody is hiring workers. Nobody needs workers. Everyone has less money. Everyone is spending less. Everyone is buying less. Consumers are not buying anything extra. They are buying only what they need. They are not buying new cars. They are keeping their old cars. They are not buying new homes. They are staying in their old homes. They are not buying new clothes. They are wearing their old clothes. They are not taking vacations. They are staying home. They are not going to restaurants. They are doing things that are cheap. They go to the library. They go to the park. They go to the museum. They go to the beach. They stay home and watch TV. Life is hard. Life is tough. Everyone hopes the economy will get better soon. They hope the bad times will go away soon. It was Susan's birthday party. She was 7 years old. She was born July 18th. She was in 2nd grade. She had many friends. She had friends in school. She had friends at church. She had friends in swim class. She had friends in dance class. Nancy was her best friend. Nancy and Susan did everything together. Susan invited all her friends to her party. All her friends came to the party. It was a pool party. The pool party was in her backyard. About 30 kids came to her pool party. There was a lot to eat. They had hamburgers and hot dogs. They had oranges, apples, and bananas. They had cake, candy, and marshmallows. They had soda and juice. There was a lot to do. They swam in the pool. They dove off the diving board. They floated on the floats. They played many different games. Everyone had fun. Everyone had a good time. No one wanted to go home. No one could wait until Susan turned 8.